Ashton says, I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. It's a lot to process, isn't it? I feel the same way, kind of, Ashton. I'm excited because I'm a Halloween nut, but there's things that are pretty cool about the idea of the TV series taking place after 1978. I always welcome a return of young Michael Myers, the 21-year-old Michael Myers. So this pretty much gets rid of Halloween 2 and on. So I think there's a lot of stuff that maybe Rob Zombie didn't really deal with. It's like an alternate universe, right? Rob Zombie went down this road, and we're going to go down this road, right? And yeah, it could be really cool. And the idea of a TV series is different than a movie. The recipe is different. You don't have to follow the same rules in a TV series that you do for a 2-hour movie. You got freaking 8-10 hours to tell your story. And it could be like, kind of like 24. The whole thing could take place over one night. It's got to, right? Because it's Halloween. That's something I just kind of thought about, right? Like, you can't, I guess you could do it like a couple of days before Halloween. I don't know. I don't think they're going to go Halloween one year for a few episodes and then Halloween the next year no, I don't think they're going to do that. Nathaniel Fincher says, what streaming service are you hoping it will be on? I don't really care. I guess Universal isn't part of this anymore, so I don't think it's going to be on Peacock. It's Miramax, and you know what? I'll put my money down right now. I think this might come to Paramount Plus. Just a hunch. I have a feeling this might come to either Paramount Plus or Max. I think those two might be in the cards. We shall see. Paramount Plus or Max. But what do I know? It could be something else, right? It could be Peacock. Because I don't know how that deal works. I know Peacock is a part of Universal, so they might still be conjoined. I don't know. What's up, guys? You are at the middle of the video. Don't go anywhere. There's still plenty of content ahead of you, but just wanted to break right here to say you are at Drumdums Xtra, my second channel. If you like my main channel and you're not subscribed, I would urge you to subscribe to this channel, okay? Because this is where I do a lot of my horror updates and whatnot. I moved all that stuff over to here, and it's more of a live stream type feel. I am working really hard on this channel, just as hard as I am on the other channel. You'll see at least 3 or 4 videos a week, and most of it's like horror news, topical type stuff. Got some rankings on there and whatnot. The main channel's still the main channel, but this is more for this type of content. So anyway, guys, back to the video. And subscribe, damn it. Yeah, I think it'll be based on the OG film where we see new actors play Laurie and Loomis. Yeah, guys, tell me this. Thank you, Blu-ray Addict. What do you think about Jason Reese? What's up, brother? How you doing? What do you think about Laurie Strode? Like a young Laurie Strode. Any takers of who you think would be maybe a good candidate to play a young Laurie Strode? Now, would Sydney Sweeney? Could she could pass for? Let's just say Laurie Strode, maybe she's a few years older. I think Sydney Sweeney could be a good Laurie Strode, honestly. Destiny says no. Are you saying no to Sydney Sweeney or just no to Laurie Strode altogether? I have questions, Destiny. Laugh out loud didn't mean she wasn't attractive. Someone who is unknown, kind of like what they did with Scout Taylor Compton. She did do a few small things before Halloween, but nobody really knew who she was. So, yeah, they could have somebody else in there, some new blood. I'd be down for that. And I tell you, it's hard to keep up with all the new blood these days. It seems like every new movie that comes out, there's a face that I've never seen before. Like in Imaginary last night. I mean, that movie, the 3 main leads, I didn't recognize a single one of them. So there's so many young actors and actresses. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with all of them. Are there more successful, meaning gaining parts, actors and actresses these days than there were back in the 80s and 90s? I think so. I think there's The playing field is much larger now. Maybe the asking price, maybe they can get the young actors for a lesser price than they could back in the day. I don't know. I'm speculating here, but yeah. Would you guys? I'm asking you questions. I have funnies tonight too, by the way. Okay. Given what we know about the original Halloween and how they talked about characters that haven't really been explored as much before, this was in the article. Are there any characters that you would love for them to maybe explore in the new TV series? And by the way, I'm sure there's going to be characters that have never been explored, like brand new characters in the TV series. I'm sure there will be new ones popping in. Catherine Newton could work Shelby. That's actually a good pick. I'd rather a Corey Cunningham story than a Laurie Strode story. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Those days are done. Those days are done. Liana, how are you doing? No exploration of Michael Myers' childhood trauma, please. Let me think about that. I think I'm yes and I'm no. And I think you could maybe throw in some little flashbacks, but keep the thing current, present day, and then maybe like every now and then, if it has to do with the scene that's happening at the time, then maybe show a little flashback. But I do agree with Liana about not having like a full episode of flashback. I think that's wasting our time. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because I would not doubt if they do that. Because you know how every TV season has a throwaway episode? Even Breaking Bad had like a throwaway episode. Like I called Bug, the episode Bug, I think it's called. Meaning that you didn't really need that episode. Like you could skip over that episode and you wouldn't be lost. So I would bet green money that they will have a flashback full episode. But it could be interesting. It could be kind of cool how they explore that. I'm not going to lie. I've always been curious about what went on between Loomis and Myers behind closed doors. And I don't think Rob Zombie, in my opinion, was able to, portray that scene in the best manner. I don't know. I think by the time he had already been to Smith's Grove, I think we already knew too much about young Michael Myers. We had an idea of who he was as a person. I like the idea of not knowing anything about Myers as a person and jumping right into Smith's Grove. We already know what's happened. Jump right in, if they're going to do a little flashback, jump right into Smith's Grove. So that way we go in with a blank slate. This kid could do anything. We have no idea. Kind of like Halloween 2018. Remember in that movie how the scene with Aaron walking up to the line where Myers is just standing there, knowing what we know from the past, because Rob Zombie's movies didn't exist. The only thing that existed was the first movie. I gotta say, that one scene gave me more chill bumps than the entire Halloween 2018 movie. I remember I was gripping my chair. And in the back of my mind, I knew he's not going to do anything, because that's what Michael does. He doesn't pounce until, he's very calculated. But still, I think it was Aaron's reaction to him. Aaron was kind of overcome with emotion. Oh my God, he's right there. The guy, the killer is right there. I have his mask in my bag here, and I'm pulling it out. And when that mask comes out, we don't know what Michael's going to do. That one scene, man, just thinking about it gives me chills. So I would love stuff like that in the TV series, just little moments. And I think that's where Loomis, God, what the hell? Loomis. I think that's where Loomis comes in. Loomis always has those really cool speeches, the chill bump moments. Yeah. Terrified State, thank you so much. He says, what's up, Drum? I actually thought of you first when I heard the Myers news today. I thought of me first, too. I was like, shit, I got to get a video out. I'm at work. What am I going to do? I had to put on the Drumdums cape, and I had to fly over here and do it. Actually, I got off work. I had to wait until I got off work, but yeah. I don't know if you guys know, the life inside of a Halloween YouTuber. Man, I tell you, when that the bat signal, call it the Halloween signal, drops, and there's a major People, they do theory videos on Halloween all day, and it's no big deal. But when an official piece of news drops, to give you an example, oh my God, when John Carpenter came back to the franchise back in 2000, it was announced back in 2017, I think. And I had just woken up. And if you look at that video, when the very first time they announced that John Carpenter is coming back to the fold, he's going to be executive producer, you can tell I just woke up. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning when I shot that video. But timing is everything with these damn Halloween updates. You got to get it out there as quick as possible. That's part of the YouTube game, like it or not. Certain things, like I can do like catalog reviews and take me like that freaking Sleepaway Camp 3 review that I've been working on for a week and a half now. I can take my jolly sweet time on that. Hopefully it'll come out one day. But yeah, that Halloween news, it's got to go. It's got to go like immediately, as fast as possible.